It's my pleasure to introduce this year's commencement speaker, Mrs. Shani Smith-Reed, a 1995 graduate. Mrs. Smith-Reed is the Director of Marketing at TrueCorps Federal Credit Union, Vice Chair of the TrueCorps Foundation, Vice Chair of the Salvation Army Advisory Board in Newark, member of the Eden Church of Christ, and a 3-year rider for Pelotonia. During her time at Utica High School, she was class president for 4 years, president of the Utica FFA chapter, vice president of student council, a member of the National Honor Society, and a member of the girls' varsity volleyball and track teams. Shani was recognized in the fall by the Newark Advocate as one of the top 20 young leaders under 40 in Licking County. At this time, please welcome Mrs. Shani Smith-Reed.
Thank you, Mr. Hartley, administrators, board, teachers, staff, family, guests, and most importantly, class of 2017. I am deeply honored to have been asked to speak to you today. I have so many fond memories from Utica High School, and this means a lot to me. So, graduates, you should be very proud of yourselves. I'll be honest, I don't remember much from my graduation day. After all, it was last century. I know that's what you're thinking, graduates. But what I do remember from that day are feelings that I had. Excitement, a little apprehension, but mostly hope for my future. And if I can leave you with a little more hope for your future today, I will have fulfilled my purpose here. There are 3 things that I would like to share with you that helped me in my journey and continue to help me every day. And the first is embracing change. The ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus said that the only thing that's constant is change. After today, the landscape around you will change, the people you surround yourself with will change, your day-to-day activities will change, and that's all to be expected. Change isn't always easy, but it's necessary in order for us to grow. Let me paint you a picture of what technology was like in 1995 when I was sitting where you are today. I didn't have a computer. I had never been on the World Wide Web. I never sent or received an email. I never sent or received a voicemail. I didn't have a cell phone, and texting and social media simply didn't exist. I'll be honest, it was a bit intimidating going off to college and needing to learn about all of this emerging technology on top of my coursework and on top of athletics. It would have been easy to compare myself to others and get discouraged, but I pushed myself to learn. And today, ironically, for a living, part of what I do is manage my company's website content, email marketing efforts, and social media platforms. So it's a good example of how embracing change can lead to good things. I can't imagine what technology will be like for you in 20 years. On the topic of embracing change, I had an opportunity to attend a marketing conference in San Antonio this past March, and I had the privilege of hearing a man by the name of Phil Hansen speak. As a young man, Phil had a passion for art. He spent most of his time using pointillism, which you may know is a technique of painting in which small, distinct dots of color are applied in patterns to form an image. So basically, he spent years making tiny, tiny dots, and he was very good at it. But when he moved on to art school, he developed a tremor or a shake in his hand, keeping him from being able to draw a straight line or even a simple dot. He finally decided to see a neurologist, and he was diagnosed with permanent nerve damage. This was what he thought was the destruction of his dream that he wanted to give up. But the neurologist asked him a very simple question that day that changed his life. He said, "Phil, why don't you just embrace the shake?" And that's exactly what Phil did. He went home and he realized that he could still create art, but he just needed to find a different approach. So he started experimenting with other methods like dipping his feet in paint and walking over a canvas, and creating videos documenting the creation process, showing millions that art is an action, not just a result. And it was really good too. For Phil, embracing his limitation actually drove his creativity. So where is he now? Today, Phil is an internationally recognized artist, and his work is sought after by many of his influential clients, including the Grammy Awards, Mazda, and Disney. He embraced change, and he became a success. The second thing that's helped me on my journey was working hard. So whether you're furthering your education or entering the workforce, working hard is something that you all have the ability to do. I have my parents, Roger and Pat Smith, to thank for instilling my work ethic in me. I think a lot of that had to do with coming from an agricultural family. When you have animals and crops, they don't care if it's the weekend or a holiday. They need to be taken care of. You need to make hay when the sun shines, or so they say. Hopefully you're not doing this today, but perhaps you're looking around the room and you're saying to yourself, well, I could be successful if I had a free ride to college like this guy, or if I had the support system that her family gives her. Please do not compare yourself to anyone. You're your own person. I'm here to tell you that you all have opportunities. They're just disguised as hard work. You won't have the job of your dreams at first, and that's to be expected. You're going to have to pay your dues. Just don't be ashamed to start somewhere. Whatever you're doing, just be really good at it, and someone will notice. When I was in high school, I was very involved in the Hartford Fair through 4-H and FFA. My senior year, I was asked to gather the results of the shows every day and call them into a local AM radio station. At the end of the day, when my work was done and my friends were out having fun, I would find an empty office with a phone and I'd get to work. It wasn't glamorous, and I had no idea if my efforts were paying off or even being noticed. But I did it anyway because I felt it was part of my duty. A year later, when I was a freshman in college, I found myself needing some direction with my career. I declared a major of agricultural communication, and I wasn't sure if that field would be broad enough for me. So I reached out to the contacts I made at the radio station, inquiring if I could stop by and ask them a few questions about my career path. They were kind enough to agree to let me interview them. Unbeknownst to me that day, they actually decided to interview me, and I left with a part-time job as a radio personality on their FM station. Granted, I worked nights, weekends, and holidays, but for me, that job got my foot in the door and was the start of my career in media, advertising, and marketing. So this is a prime example that whatever you do it well and care about the job you're doing, and I guarantee someone will be watching. And the third and final thing I want to talk to you about today is valuing the people and relationships in your life. Again, my parents instilled in me how to treat people, that you should treat someone staying in a homeless shelter with the same amount of respect that you would a CEO of a company. Of course, being kind and respectful is just the right thing to do. But another thing to keep in mind is that if you're not kind and respectful, it might come back to bite you. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the tweet out there from a guy by the name of Matt Buckland, but according to his Twitter account, he's the head of talent and human resources for a global company in London. I'll paraphrase his tweet about what goes around comes around. He wrote, "The guy who pushed past me on the train this morning and told me to go fly a kite just arrived for his interview with me." This is a great example of how it's always better just to be nice to everybody. Respecting people will be a key part of your success in school, the workplace, and in the community. But the most important people to treat well are your loved ones. Your job might change, but your family will always be there. Right now, you're probably dying to get out of the house, start life on your own, and that's completely natural. That's part of becoming an independent adult. And as you embark on your 20s, chances are you're going to be pretty wrapped up in doing your own thing. But please don't forget your roots and where you came from, because they've shaped who you are. Your family, whatever that means to you, your parents, your grandparents, your guardians, your siblings, hug them today and tell them that you love them. I lost my brother Scott to cancer way too soon, someone who was strong and kind and who I just thought would always be around. So promise me that as you go out on your own, you'll call your parents, don't just text them. That you'll go visit your grandparents and plan to stay for a while. And spend time with your siblings and tell them how much they mean to you. Don't take a single day with the ones you love for granted, and live each day like it's your last. Class of 2017, embrace change, work hard, and value the people and relationships in your life. And I know you'll be a success. Thank you again for having me here today, and may God bless you.